Hi folks, Fuzz here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy X-2. And gotta say, I'm really enjoying this playthrough actually. It's been such a long time since I've really played Final Fantasy X-2. And the game's got its issues, but I've gotta say, having a great time with it so far. And I hope you lot are as well. Okay, so an actual standalone episode today. We're not going to be working through our percentage completion for the first time. Instead, I'm going to introduce you to a new ability we now have, which is the ability to learn the skills of enemies and incorporate those into our party's arsenal. So we now have everything we need to do this. Basically, all we actually need to do this is the Gun Mage dress sphere, which has the blue bullet ability on it. And that's what we got in the last episode for completing the mission in the Moonflow. Still in Chapter 1, of course, for those that are just checking this episode out by itself. But in order to learn a lot of the abilities, we're also going to need a way of confusing enemies so that they'll cast helpful abilities, such as the one we're going to learn today, on our party, which of course they otherwise wouldn't do. So I thought this would be a good introduction to the system, and we're going to be learning an ability today known as White Wind, a very powerful healing spell that not only heals our entire party for 40% or just shy of 40% of their maximum health, but it will also get rid of a whole bunch of negative status ailments such as poison, darkness, silence, sleep, confusion and berserk. So a really powerful ability to be sure, and a great, as I say, introduction to the Gun Mage and Blue Bullet system. So in order to get this done, you are going to need 2 dress spheres, which, as I've said, we now have access to. We're going to make sure that Riku, it can be anybody else, but in my case, Riku is equipped with the Festivalist dress sphere. And I'm also putting it on Riku because she's the only one of the 3 that's learned the Spinner ability. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have this, you can get it very quickly, just a few battles. I think it's only 30 AP to learn this one. And this is what's going to allow us to confuse the enemy we need to confuse so that they'll cast those helpful healing spells on our party. And then another character, or even the same character if you want to do a sphere change in the middle of the battle, it doesn't really matter, needs to have the Gun Mage dress sphere. So in my case that's going to be Pain. Check out the last episode if you don't have that one, show you how to get it. And in terms of abilities for Pain, well, the Gun Mage dress sphere already comes with the Blue Bullet ability mastered, which is pretty much everything we need. So we haven't got to do anything there. And this is what we're going to be able to use to cast those helpful enemy spells that we learn from them. With all of that done, all we need to do now is run around here until we encounter a bully cap. And just to clarify, I'm in Chapter 1. I believe this bully cap is only available in Chapter 1 and 2 here in the Mushroom Rock Road, which is where I am. But you can also access the White Wind ability from various other enemies in later chapters as well. So if you're currently in Chapter 3 to 5, then you'll need to go to the Myhian High Road or Mount Gagazet and encounter an enemy known as the Mycotoxin. But for me, the bully cap is where it's all about. Okay, so here's my battle with the bully cap. And we're just going to cast Spinner on it, hopefully not kill it. We'll just take care of the other enemy as well in the background. And try not to kill it. Yes, it's confused. That's what we needed. So now all we need to do basically is wait and try and keep our party healed up. We can actually heal this thing if we need to confuse it again later. But for now, we're just going to be patient. And in fact, I'm just going to throw a heal on it, a potion, so to speak, so that it doesn't kill itself with various attacks and stuff. That wouldn't be pretty, now that we've gone ahead and confused it. Well, casts it on itself. And it's cured itself, of course. So we need to go ahead and spin it again, which is fine because we healed it up. So Confuse doesn't guarantee that it's going to cast an ability on the party. But it basically randomises where those abilities are going to be cast, if that makes sense. So let's once again just heal it up. Should it decide to heal its, attack itself again and die. Got plenty of potions to play with. So as you can see, come on, yes, there we go. And we got the White Wind Blue Bullet ability. Wonderful stuff. So for example, if we go down to Pain now and access Blue Bullet, we can use it. And as you can imagine, it's a fantastic healing ability, one of which that's going to serve us well throughout a lot of the game, actually, because it's percentage based, so it won't get weak as we level up. if that makes sense. So once you've got that, you can go ahead and sort your dress spheres out, garment grids, back to what it is you like to use. But I would recommend just keeping Gun Mage active, or at least on a garment grid, so you can have easy access to it for when you want to use those awesome abilities, especially as we start to unlock more of them. Right now, White Wind's the only one we've got. But as we progress further into Chapter 1, some pretty nice damaging abilities will become available to us as well, and I'll make sure to point those out to you as and when we come across them, along with more defensive abilities as well, such as, I think, Mighty Guard will be coming up soon, which casts Protect and Shout on the entire party. Fantastic addition for boss fights, that'll be, I assure you. But anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to show you today, so I hope this has been helpful to you. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and come back soon for more Final Fantasy X-2. Until then, have a great day. I'll see you next time.